We know there's a ton of excitement around the recent dummy images of the S23 lineup. Well, if you want more than that, we've got the actual dummy phones here. So stick around and see what's new. So after so much waiting, we finally have our hands on the S23 lineup of dummies. So we can now stop speculating and start looking at the facts. Well, here they are. We have the S23, the S23 Plus, and of course, the S23 Ultra. Starting with the smallest, the S23, and as we expected, there's not much in the way of a visual difference. Sure, the housing for the lenses has been reduced, but at the same time, the actual lens surrounds seem to have increased in size, going from 12.1mm to 13.1mm. While this may not seem like a huge jump, the difference is certainly noticeable, and it's widely thought the rear camera system is still the same 50 megapixel as the S22. The side profiles are near identical, but Samsung seem to have gone with a larger, more tactile volume rocker on the S23. Finally, when we look at the phone from the front, not much has changed at all. Samsung have already confirmed the switch from Dynamic AMOLED to Super AMOLED, and the screen will still be the same Corning Gorilla Glass as the S22. Now looking quickly at the Plus, we know it's pretty much just a bigger version of the S23. But we can now squash the rumours that the S23 Plus will be larger than the S22 Plus, and I can tell you there's no size difference at all. Finally, we move on to everyone's favourite, and the one everyone's come to see, the S23 Ultra. The first thing we can see again is the new lens size. It's grown from 13.5mm to 15mm, and that's no real surprise, as this phone will house the Samsung 200 megapixel camera. Side by side, the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra are pretty much identical. When looking at the screens, it seems the Ultra hasn't really had an upgrade at all, as it's the same Corning Gorilla Glass as the other models. There are thought to be no hardware changes on the screen, and Samsung have all but confirmed the front camera will be the same 40 megapixel one seen in the S22 Ultra. So there you have it, an official first hands-on look at the S23 range. If you want to see more first and would like to get your hands on any S23 cases and accessories, then now is definitely the time to subscribe. I've been Mark, and I have the man flu.